Can you talk about PH, aka Pumpkinhead? You knew him before you started rapping, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of these motherfuckers before I was rapping, but yeah, PH. Yeah, PH is my brother, man. Rest in peace to bro PH, man. PH is from Park Slope. You know what I mean? I used to live in Sunset, so we would cross paths. We would cross paths a lot growing up. I mean, PH a little was older than me, but we was in the same circles and shit. And PH used to cut out. PH used to cut out and go to my school. Cause he went to what school did he go to? He went to school with he went to art and design with like Mobb Deep and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's from that class. So like, but they was I think they was a little bit older than him though too. But he was in school with all of them. But he didn't graduate. But he used to come to my school. He used to come to my school and fuck with shorties and all that. So I remember I used to be in my lunchroom chilling, and I would just see this. And, you know, of course, I know who goes to my school. So I used to go to my school and be like, oh, this nigga don't go here. You know what I'm saying? But it was Pumpkinhead. My man Rob. It was him. You know what I mean? So he used to always be in my school, you know, we talking to shorties and all that. And he was like the first person that he's one of the first people that I was personally, like, I was like close with that was putting out records. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Smith & Wesson and all of them, like, they was already doing their things. Like, but I mean, PH was my man. Like at the time, like, he was the first person that I personally knew, like, oh, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? And he was because he was making records from young. He was, I don't even know when he started recording, because when I met him, he was already doing this thing type shit. Like, I wasn't even rapping when I met son. But he used to be in my school, you know what I mean, fucking with shorties and all that. So we got cool, and like I said, a lot of the dudes that we went to school with from his neighborhood, they was my guys. So when I actually got my feet wet, obviously I was playing him close because I already know you. You know what I mean? We already got a rapport. And he was doing the making records thing. He was out there with Gene Gray, Bad Seed, Meat Pie, Medina Green. Who else was on making records? But he was out there running with them. You know what I mean? So PH showed me a lot too, because he was active and he was like getting love. He was getting play on like Stretch Armstrong, Bobito and shit like that. So PH was like my right hand for a long time. And he's actually the person that brought me back into battle rap, which led me into doing the grind time thing, which led into everything else. PH is the reason. I was off that. I was out of there. But I came in the game. I came back in the game to assist him, because he kept asking me. Like, I told him no wild times. I told him no wild time. Like, if I'm good, we on tour. We doing these fucking festivals and, you know what I mean, rock the bells and pay dues and this and that. Like, I wasn't trying to deal with no battle rap shit. But PH he told me his vision and told me what he was trying to do. So, being that was one of my close friends, I'm like, all right, fuck it. I already had the skill set, because I was throwing battles years before. Like, I'm entrenched in this scene out here. And he knew that. He knew that I could help him. And then plus, so when he was doing it, you know, I would actually, like, I was involved before I was involved. Like, a lot of those early events, those grind time events that he was a part of, I financed a lot of that shit before I was a part of it. Just holding him down and getting my brand back and keeping it pushing. I was helping finance a lot of that shit. So I was even a part of it before I wasn't. I mean, before people saw me and knew who I was from that aspect, I was already holding them down with that. You know what I mean? So I knew PH for a very long time. Dude wrote rhymes every single day. Like, he was a real, not to sound all cliche, but he was a real MC for real. You know? And I learned a lot from PH. We got our ups and downs too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of shit he did I didn't agree with, but all in all, it's still my brother. Still love him. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be like, I think about shit and be like, but all in all, it's my brother. Man. My brother, I love him. RPPH, right?
Yeah, so on June 9th, 2015, he passed away
Yep.
while waiting to have gallbladder stone surgery, right?
That's what was told.
Right. Do you
I
know
mean,
the real
I
cause of
wasn't
his
there.
death?
What
Do
happened?
you know the real cause of his death?
I don't have that information. I don't have that information. I spoke to him crazy because that was a surprise for me as well, because we had literally just came back from Canada like a few days before. He battled for King of the Dot. He did I think he had a lot of GZ card. He battled, I think Casper. I think that was his last battle, Julian Casper. I think. But yeah, he talked PH's gift. No, he could talk motherfuckers into anything. That was PH's gift. PH was he was smooth with it. Like, there'd be shit that you was like, I ain't doing that shit, and then 5 minutes later, you like, all right, cause it's you, bro, I got you. We gonna go to the spot, and like PH knew how to
He's like a salesman.
convince you. Oh boy. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely, yeah, that was one of his strong points. You know what I'm saying? He knew how to get people to do what he wanted them to do. Yeah. What was the point? I kind of lost my point.
Well, like, what was your reaction when you found out that he had passed away?
Oh, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, so we had just came back. We was in Canada. He had talked me into going to Canada. I didn't want to go because PH didn't fly like that for whatever reason. He felt uncomfortable flying. I used to clown him, I used to clown him for not wanting to fly. Like, like, I fly everywhere, bro. Like, I'm trying to get there, bro. Like, straight like that. So he would always be like, yo, like, he would do dumb shit like this, right? Like, say there was a Grind Time event in Florida, like Grizzlemania or some shit, right? And, we got a whole roster of dudes in New York, all in the New York, New Jersey area, up north up here. And because he didn't want to fly, he'll position it, yo, we gonna have a road trip with all the guys. We gonna practice our bars. We gonna get together. We gonna caravan. We gonna drive down to Florida. We gonna drive down to Florida, nigga. With a caravan with like 9, 10, like, yo, nigga, I'll meet you there, bro. I ain't fucking drive with y'all niggas to Florida. You must be out your fucking mind, bro. I'll meet y'all niggas there. And I would, and the bus would be, and the van would be going like this. And I'm going like this. You know what I'm saying? I was not doing all that. So, yeah, so, yeah, man, I'm trying to get the proper words and shit, man. So we would always, he battled in Canada. We came back home. He battled this dude Casper, King of the Dot, whatever. We came back home, and a few days later, I get a call from his wife, Shantae. And she's like, yo, check on Rob. And it's crazy because she didn't even sound, she didn't sound like it was too much of an emergency neither. She was like, yeah, just check on him. Like, it wasn't like, yo, this is, obviously thinking that he was going to check out. Like, nobody knew that. And I'm like, I was literally just with him, me and my brother Amzilla, me and Ammo went with him to Canada. We were just together the whole weekend. You know what I mean? Like, days before. We were just in Canada. He batted. Everything was fine. Like, it wasn't nothing like I could look. I mean, I'm not a medical expert at all, but I was with him the whole time. Not like I saw him like, yo, something looked wrong. Something was off with you. Something like, nah, she was regular. She was not regular. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she calls me, yo, he in the hospital. And it seemed from how she worded it seemed like he was just going to be there for like observation. He'll be all right. But just check on him. I said, all right, cool. I'm going to check on him. Look out. So I was in the Y working out. Yes, the fat man works out. I was in the Y, and I just happened to have been in the treadmill at the time. I'm on the treadmill working out after I finished lifting and all that. I called him early. He answered, but I'm on the treadmill. He calls me back. This is like maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. He calls me. I'm like, yo, what up, son? Whatever. We having a regular conversation. That sounds completely regular. Uh, doesn't sound like he's in pain. We just talking. Yo, you go? Yeah, I'm cool with her. I'm like, yo, you all right? He's like, yeah, I should be out short spot. I'll probably be on the mall. Just keeping me for observation. Da 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 da. Regular conversation. I said, all right, well, if you all right, then I mean, holler at you. Let me finish this workout, and I'll just talk to you in the morning. Regular conversation. All right, my nigga. Peace. Click. I finish my workout. You know what I mean? Go to the crib. Like fucking 6:30 in the morning. I get a call. I get a call from my man Screen, my man Peach Guard. You know what I'm saying? I get a call. And he's like, yo, we lost another one. I'm like, what's another one? Like I said, my bro JR's passed away a bunch before. That was the first thing that set up my brother JR's RP, my brother JR's Rebel Laws, Bronx, New York City, BNDP, White Elephants. So my man's like, yo, we lost another one. I'm like, lost another one? Like, what you talking about? He was like, Rob. I'm like, Rob who, nigga? I just talked to him. Like literally the last call on my phone was this guy. Like, I don't understand that. So I was totally confused. I'm like, I just spoke to him. He sounded fine. But yeah, whatever. Just because you sound fine don't mean you fine, man. It happens, man. My bro left. He gone. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, 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 yeah.
You ever think that was a gift for you? Like having that last conversation with him, like him telling you that he was good?
Never looked at it like that. Hopefully that's the case. I'll accept that. I'll accept that. Hopefully that's the case. You know what I mean? I can't call it. I might spoil it. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that I'll accept that. Yeah, sure. That was a gift. I mean, I guess when you look at it like that, like, well, if you say it like that, I guess every situation we had was a gift or a lesson. Like I said, I learned from every situation. So I mean, you know, and honestly, me dealing with him kind of put me. I was already doing what I was doing. I was already me. But as far as with the battle rap shit, if I didn't follow what he had laid down, you know what I mean? Shit, battle rap wouldn't be the same because I helped revolutionize that shit because PH put me in the game, put me back in the game. So that's all. A lot of the shit y'all see now is offhandedly due to PH in every league because they follow the blueprint.
So I can only imagine that when you got the news that you were in complete disbelief, like, bro, like I was just on the phone with him like 8 hours ago. You know what I mean? Like,
not even, bro, like 6 hours ago.
Right.
Like not even 8. Like that's why I was bugging. Like I spoke to him close to 11 p.m. I did a call like 6 in the morning. Like, yo, he gone. I'm like, nigga, I just talked to him. Like, what are you talking about?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to PH.
Peter Bro, man. Robert Diaz. If y'all come to Brooklyn, Park Slope, Brooklyn, we got a street named after him, which is a beautiful thing. So if y'all live in Brooklyn, y'all live in Park Slope, the corner of 5th and DeGraw, 5th Avenue, DeGraw. Was it DeGraw Avenue, DeGraw Street? DeGraw, what was it? DeGraw, whatever. The corner of 5th Avenue and DeGraw is Robert P.H. Diaz way. So the name lives on, the legacy lives on. So my brother, you know, he got something that people can look at for years to come. You can go see that street sign. Because a lot of times it's like me, like out here, you look at all these names, all these buildings. If you do the history and all these names, all these buildings, there's a lot of history to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, you know, you walk down the street, certain areas like streets are named after presidents and shit like that because there's history to it. You know what I mean? So you can go through the knowledge on what these blocks are named after. Like if I'm going down Madison Street, Jefferson Street, Monroe Street, Washington Ave, those are all, you know, presidents and shit like that. You know, Bedford-Stuyvesant, Peter Stuyvesant, that's named after people that were, you know, that have done things. So it's like the fact that I can be like, yo, my man Robert P.H. Diaz, you can see the street corner and be like, yo, son, what this nigga did and go do the knowledge on that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty dope.
That's dope for sure, man.
Mm-hmm. and it's a real official street naming. We didn't just name it that. The city named it that, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.